All right, we're recording. We're good. All right. Hello, everybody. I just got done watching the Talladega race for the Cup Series, and let me just say, I'm going to try and be as professional as I can on this video, okay? This is going to be my first ever race review, all right? And let me just say that I am absolutely in shock by the ending. The race was good overall. Overall, the whole race was fantastic. First stage, fantastic racing, passing, constantly lead changes. A little bit too many wrecks at the beginning, I'm not going to lie. They were sloppy, but it got better a little bit in the second stage, but overall, they've crashed this whole race. But anyway, I'm going to talk about the ending because that's what everybody is probably here for. If you're here watching this video, you want to hear the reaction of the ending of the race. So the last lap came down to fuel mileage. If Matt DiBenedetto and the 17 of Buscher was going to make it on gas. And they, shockingly enough, I thought they were going to run out, but they didn't. And they had Denny Hamlin, Ryan Newman was up there in contention. You had, who else was up there? Eric Jones, 24, William Byron, all up there in contention. So coming down to the last lap, and you have Byron and DiBenedetto. Everybody, it's just a cluster. And coming to the flag, you have DiBenedetto coming down the block at William Byron on the bottom side, forcing him go below the yellow line. And therefore, I mean, they didn't wreck. They're good, and they kept their positions. They kept rolling. But then the 11 car, Denny Hamlin, went underneath the yellow line, and they, quote-unquote, said he was forced underneath the yellow line, which when they showed the replays, yes, it looked like he may have been forced a little. I don't know. It's just, I'm going to have a biased opinion because I am not a fan of Denny Hamlin. He's a great driver. Respect everything he does. But I don't, I've never been a Denny Hamlin fan. But the fact of the matter is coming to the line, it was side by side between Benedetto and Denny Hamlin. So they said Denny Hamlin was the official winner. Then they had to check because they said that he may have not have been forced underneath the line, and that was not the case. He was forced against from the yellow line, and therefore was the winner. I thought DiBenedetto was going to get his first career win tonight, and he didn't. And I feel so bad for this guy. He's come in second place. This last year at the Bristol night race, came in second place to Denny Hamlin. And the fact that this guy comes so close, and just, I feel so bad for this guy. He is a hell of a driver and deserves a top tier ride. The 21 car of the Wood Brothers is a great car, but since the 48 car is open, I'm probably going to get either hate for this. I don't care. Whoever, you can disagree with me, but this is my own opinion. So I think he should go to the 48 car. That's biased, probably. I don't care. I want to see him in the 48 car, and I want to see him winning because I've been a Jimmy Johnson fan for a long time, and he's not cutting it right now. He's not focusing on NASCAR. He is focusing on his future with IndyCar. He's just trying to ride the season out, and I would have loved to see him get a win today, but I don't see him having a chance at any of these other races here in the playoffs. But yeah, I want to see DiBenedetto in the 48 car for Hendrick Motorsports next season. That better happen because this guy deserves it. He has come close so many times, and here, this is one thing I love about Matt DiBenedetto, okay? After every interview, when he comes so close that he wears his emotions on his sleeve. He is not a robot like the other drivers. Like the other drivers, you got to be professional, thank your sponsors and all that. But come on, like, we're all human, and the fact, like, you could just relate to this guy. You could just feel the emotion, how much of a desire that he has to win, and it's like, how could you not cheer for the guy? He's fighting for a ride, fighting for his life again, like he was last year. And it's like, I don't know. This is probably the most mad I've been on a race personally since Dale Earnhardt Jr. ran out of gas in 2011, coming on the the last corner. As you can tell, I'm an old Junior fan. But yeah, I've never been this angry at a finish, and this is probably the all-time most finish I've ever been this angry. But the solution to this is NASCAR. Get rid of the yellow flag, or the yellow flag. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Get rid of the yellow line rule. It does not cause any more wrecks. If anything, it gives the drivers more room to run, because like, if you're in a pack, okay, there's a wreck or whatever, you're trying to avoid something, and you have to go below the yellow line, or you're quote unquote, you don't have to, but you in order to give yourself some breathing room, you go underneath there, and therefore, if you advance your position, you're going to get a penalty, and you're going to have to fall back in the field. It should not be a factor. If anything, make it legal on the last lap if they want to do anything, but get rid of the yellow flag rule so you don't have controversial finishes like this. It's been going on for over 10 years now. Get rid of it. We don't need it. And it just causes problems, causes controversy at the end of the races like this. And this is probably the most controversial finishes of all time. And another thing, I'm all over the place. The fact that this race was aired on NBC. And yes, I get they have a certain air time they have to be on the channel. They switched the channel to NBCSN at the end of the race. And that's a big low blow to NASCAR. Kind of like, okay, your time's up. We're gonna put you on the channel below. It's not Premiere. NBC's Premiere. Even if you don't have cable, you have NBC. It's a news channel. Not everybody has NBCSN. It's on cable. Not everybody has it, so that probably decreased the viewership. I can only imagine the people who don't have cable couldn't tune in to watch the end of it because they don't have NBCSN channel. That is ridiculous. That cannot happen. That should not happen. And the fact that they did that, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. If anything, I want to see NASCAR get their own premiere channel, or like a series like you have Disney Plus. They need something to air their races on at earlier start times too. Yes, it started an hour earlier, not 3, but it needs to start earlier. Because, yes, I get Sunday Night Football is coming on tonight, but it's still ridiculous. It's not acceptable by any means. And when another thing happened during this race, another event, when Bubba Wallace crashed, and hearing the fans in the stands cheering as he wrecks, that is absolutely ridiculous. The fact that just because he isn't NASCAR's African-American driver, the only African-American driver in NASCAR, and over all this controversy, because the banning of the Confederate flag, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. When you wreck at Talladega, you never know. If drivers go into this race, you may not walk out of the car. And if it was a bad wreck and they cheered, thankfully it was not a bad wreck. He wrecked again, it was pretty bad. And I'm sure there was cheers in the stands, I guarantee it. But they cheer for that, they could lose their lives. And that's not acceptable, to cheer for somebody who may not make it out of the crash. But it's mind-boggling to me that you go that low as a human, to cheer for somebody just because of their race, whatever it is. It's so frustrating to me. I can't fathom why people do that, go that low. It's not that deep. This guy is a great guy. I don't know him personally, but I just don't get it. I don't get it. It's not the sport. There's issues with NASCAR, but they have done a great job this season trying to listen to the fans and make improvements. But it's the fans. A lot of it is the fans. We should not, it's just being a human. You should not stick that low, and it's ridiculous. We should be opening the sport for all viewership, for whoever wants to watch NASCAR. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I really don't have my voice right now, after I've never screamed that loud. I threw my remote back there, on the batteries went everywhere. Luckily, the remote still works, but I'm just absolutely shocked. And again, I'm all over the place. Benedetto got a penalty after this because he forced the 24 Byron underneath. So that he would have had a second place finish today. So no, he finished 21st, I'm pretty sure, due to forcing the 24 Byron underneath the yellow line. And I'm just frustrated at the fans and NASCAR itself. Yes, they were consistent because they had a yellow line call earlier in the race down the backstretch. So I get it. They had to make another consistent call. So it was tough. It was a tough call. It was. I'm going to be biased. Yes, I wanted Matt DiBenedetto. Who didn't want Matt DiBenedetto to get his first win? I don't think anybody in that track didn't. They wanted to see Benedetto win. Like, this man deserves to win. He is a great person. And I wish NASCAR drivers would show the emotion that he does. He is a one-of-a-kind NASCAR driver. I am 100% behind this guy, and I want to see him in the 48 car next season. But with that case, I don't. I'm just rambling at this point. This is just to kind of give me a little debriefer. I'm going to post this, and yeah, I don't know, but hit the like button if you enjoyed, and hit the subscribe button, please. I don't have very many, but subscribers, but hit the subscribe button if you want. Share, like, subscribe, or oh my god, I'm sorry, like, subscribe, and share, all that good stuff. Anyways, guys, it's been Cody, and if you enjoyed that race, hit that like button. Feel free to comment anything you want in the comment section. Everybody has the right to their own opinion. You don't have to agree with anything I've said. You can talk crap, whatever, it doesn't matter. We all have a right. But anyway, I'm going to go, guys. Anyway, peace out. Have a good one, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.